What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Ace Crypto YouTube channel. I really appreciate it being here, the one-stop shop for all your crypto needs. So we're going to jump straight into today with a $942 billion market cap. So we are just under the 1 trillion as we normally are. We are in a bear market, so we do expect that we are looking quite low. So jumping into Bitcoin at 19,308 Oh, we have gone up. We just pumped. You saw it. You saw it live. A live pump, $19,394 today. So we did reach the 20k, I think, either yesterday or the day before, but we are dropping off slightly. So Ethereum, $1,333. So to me, that is not a buying opportunity at the moment. I would be waiting for just under $1,000 Ethereum, and that is my buying opportunity. That's my buying range personally. So I do think it will drop substantially lower in the next couple of weeks. You know, we do have time, guys. We do have time to reach a full bottom. So be careful as to what you invest in at the moment, because we will be dropping further. I pretty much do guarantee that one. I'm not entirely sure when. I do believe in the next 2 months, less than 2 months. So let's jump on down. We got XRP, 43 cents. So we did hit the 50-cent mark, which is brilliant. Roughly around there, I think, was the 50-cent mark. Really, really brilliant to see XRP actually doing something. So I've heard the 790% XRP pump. I'm not particularly buying that one, guys. I don't know whether you are either. So I don't believe that a 780-90% pump is incoming at all. Like, it is forecast in the charts, but I don't believe that this is going to actually follow through. So be careful with XRP. Like, a $10 in the next 5 to 10 years is more than achievable, but any more than that is wishful thinking, I do believe. So I'd love to be proven wrong on this, guys. I do hold some XRP, you might know. So if XRP does go to $10,000 a coin, I'm happy to be wrong, but I'm just putting out for a conservative estimate. $10 is roughly I think all we're going to hope for. $3 to $4 to $5 after the lawsuit, and then we shall slowly climb up there with adoption. So looking at Cardano, 43 cents. We're up just a marginal, a little bit. Not a massive fan of Cardano, as you guys know. I think it's the poor man's Ethereum. Polkadot not doing so well either. I'm not a massive fan of Polkadot at the moment. I need them to wow me a little bit more. Solana, $33. So Solana's another one as well that I'm not massively bullish on at the moment. I'd like to be more bullish, but I'm not. Ethereum Classic doing pretty well, so I think Ethereum Classic will be the chain that the Ethereum proof of work workers will want to mine on. I do think that's the one. Chainlink as well, phenomenal coin. Really, really liked, I think, Cosmos and Atom. With their new Atom 2.0, I think they're going to do phenomenally well in the future as well. I haven't read too much into the merge or what they're actually doing with Atom 2.0, but I do believe it's very, very bullish for the supply and everything else to do with that. So jumping on over to the daily. So we have ETH Work, which is the biggest mover of today. ETH Work was obviously the forked off version of Ethereum when Ethereum went to proof of stake. So they ended up with 2 chains essentially, well, more than 2. There's 4 chains technically. You got ETH Work, you got ETH 2.0, you have ETH Fair, and you have ETH Classic. So those are the ones to keep an eye out for, guys. HNT pumping as well. So HNT is doing very, very well. So HNT is more of an Internet of Things type of situation, using radio waves to basically boost internet signals. So I like the idea of it, but I think it's missed the boat essentially. You can buy a little miner. I think they're $200-300 to get a miner. When we were at 53 cents, $53, it would have been very profitable to do so. But being as we're down $4 at the moment, it's not massively profitable to be doing it. So make your own mind up on that one, guys. If you do want to pick up a little helium miner and hope for an all-time high, go well ahead, because it is nice and easy to do so. So let's move on over to the Bitcoin chart. So this is the Bitcoin chart on the daily. As you can see, for the last, well, couple of months basically, which have been up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. So that little Bitcoin pump yesterday didn't really amount to much, as you can see. So we have been bouncing between the, what's that, basically 18,000 and 24,000s. We've been bouncing around between it for a while, so we can't really find anything that's all that similar. So very, very odd. So nothing really going on there too much. So moving on, the first thing we have is the most important thing we have to talk about today, which is going to be a BlackRock investment. So BlackRock rolls out blockchain ETFs. So this is a way for people to invest in ETFs in blockchain technology a little bit safer than just buying some Bitcoin. So I do like this. Like, anything for mass adoption is fantastic, and the fact that BlackRock are the ones pushing it, because everyone seems to trust BlackRock for some unknown reason. So BlackRock, obviously we know, are a big, massive investment capital firm. They are astronomically big. So these guys going into ETFs is fantastic for the future of Bitcoin and everything like that. So let's move on over to the next one, the Ethereum centralization problem. So after the Ethereum's proof of stake merge, the centralization problem is absolutely massive. So when we talk about centralization, basically what we're talking about is there's two wallets. Where does it say? Where does it say? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There we go. It's been shown that there are only two addresses that are accounting for almost 50% of all validated nodes. So 50% of all validations being done on the Ethereum network at the moment is being performed by two addresses. This is why there's massive centralization issues with Ethereum. People used to say it was China owned, but now people are saying it's just owned. So we all know that 51% attacks are quite common in especially proof of work blockchains. So if anyone owns over 50% of a blockchain, they're able to basically do whatever they want on that blockchain. So this is very worrying. Luckily, we do have a long time before mass adoption comes in to basically stomp out these issues. Another thing that worries me as well is a lot of the Ethereum nodes are being run through Amazon Web Services. So to me, that specifies that Amazon are the ones who own Ethereum at the moment. It doesn't worry me too much. I do believe this will be sorted out eventually, because ETH is going to be what the Internet 3, Web 3 is going to be built on top of. All the dApps, all the DAOs and everything in between, all the platforms in between is going to be built on Ethereum. Like that is basically been confirmed. They've sold their soul already. They've been deemed not a security by the SEC. It's all being put into place. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. Moving on. Leading cannabis testing facility in the US hops on the metaverse train. I mean, like I was saying, I don't believe that everything should have a metaverse. So basically, it's going to be like a 3D lab that you can go and learn about weed, apparently. Yeah, I don't know. Moving on. Kazakhstan ready to legalize crypto as Russians flock to the country. So Kazakhstan has very, very cheap energy. So mining Bitcoin in Kazakhstan is very, very profitable. Russia was also known for obviously mining a lot of Bitcoin as well. So the fact that Russians are moving to Kazakhstan to obviously perform mining is a big thing. So obviously the mining hash rate for Bitcoin will probably go up at some point in the next couple of months if this all goes ahead. It's nice to see that legalization in crypto is definitely coming leaps and bounds. So moving on, Cardano's CEO Hoskinson, Charles Hoskinson that is, argues the venture capital money will flood the ecosystem by 2024. So venture capital money, we literally mean venture capital. So these are the people who invest in crypto projects when they're just starting off, essentially. So if your project, the one that you really like, has got a venture capital investing in it, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to succeed, but it does say that it is on the venture capital's list of things that they've seen that they like. So the thing I will tell you about venture capitals is they tend to throw a lot of money at projects and see what sticks, see which projects can actually stick. So, just because your project has a venture capital investment in it doesn't necessarily mean it will perform well, but it does mean they're on the VC radar, which is, better than not being on the radar, I suppose. So just take that with a pinch of salt. But we do see mass adoption in terms of money flowing into by 2024. This is obviously corroborated by this blockchain ETF as well by Blackrock. So that's another thing that's going in the right direction for obviously more people playing. So forget play to earn factory. NFTs are the new crypto gaming meta. So NFTs obviously being interoperable between different metaverses and stuff is going to be fantastic. So you as a character could be an NFT, the hat you wear could be an NFT, your logo, your name could be an NFT, your weapons could be an NFTs. They could all be NFTs and all interoperable onto different chains essentially. So that is what we want to see in the future. We want to see interoperability between loads of different firms, play to earn games, on loads of different ones, everything in between. So I do believe that we will see things like Fortnite being the major mover, because Epic Games, they're starting to look into the NFT side of things and realize that the interoperability systems between their games is going to be fantastic. Think of things like Rocket League over to Fortnite, over to anything in between that Epic Games does. So I do believe they're going to be some big movers in the play to earn and the NFT game. So what do we have next? We don't want that. Binance says one catalyst to drive adoptions over 90% is still not in crypto. I do believe he's right. So CZ is the CEO of Binance, as you can see there. We just always refer to him as CZ, just easier. Changpeng Zaiho, if you want to pronounce it properly. So basically what he's saying is the thing that's going to make crypto mass adoption is not in crypto yet. And what I think that's going to be is easeability of use. So being able to like actually use cryptocurrencies without knowing that you're using cryptocurrencies. Things like, I think it was Coinbase that are starting to give address names instead of wallet addresses, which is a lot easier for people to use. Right, I want to send Bitcoin to James, well then you just type in James and there's a few digits after it. So you know it's the right person rather than sending OXE/94649. It's confusing. A lot of people are worried, I don't know about you guys, but whenever I send crypto, I send a little bit first and then I send a lot. When I do that in bank transfers, I don't tend to do that. I just send, So when I'm confident in actually sending my cryptocurrencies just in one transaction, boof, that's when I believe mass adoption will be ready. But not yet. Not yet. We do need something to drive easeability in the crypto space. So one of the last things we have, Europe rules could implicate DeFi, DAOs and NFTs. So I'm not too sure what these rules are as of yet. A series of amendments drafted in EU Parliament to anti-money laundering, basically. The thing about money laundering is easier to do in NFTs, it's easier to do in DAOs, and it's easier to do in DeFi. So I do understand why they have to basically put in some rules and basically stop this from happening. How else are you going to stop this from happening, So it's a big thing. Money laundering is a big thing, basically because they're not receiving their part of the pie. That is basically what goes into it. The amendments push for decentralized finance, decentralized autonomous organizations, and DAOs into anti-money laundering provisions. Because we all remember what happened with Tornado Cash. That was grim. So Do Kwon basically got away with a lot up until that point. I know he's being wanted at the moment, but he was wanted at that point too. But it seemed like they arrested the Tornado Cash guy a lot quicker than they did arrest Do Kwon, mainly because of the money laundering implications of Tornado Cash. So do with that information what you will, guys. So obviously the last thing we do have is obviously the NFT monthly trading volume is down 95% for 5 months straight. So as you can see there, this is the height was January 2022, and we are down very, very low, lower than July, as you can see there. Not as low as June, but still pretty low. So I was trading NFTs roughly around this area there. It was relatively profitable then, but obviously we missed the rush. So we'll have to wait for another rush, but there will be a new technology being released at some point soon, and we can all jump on the bandwagon. But the thing is to stay in the space, guys. You cannot make money if you're not in the space. This is the last thing we have. So this is an interesting one, guys. I don't know if you know much about the Bored Ape Yacht Club, but Anonymous, the hacker group, made numerous allegations against Yuga Labs and its Bored Ape Yacht Club. So basically, these are some. I'm not going to go into all of the. I don't want to go into all of the things that they've talked about on here, but basically they're getting called Nazis. They're getting called perverts. Let's just call it perverts and move on. So basically there's a lot of incriminating evidence to support that the Bored Ape Yacht Club are a lot of Nazis, hate mongers, racists, and other things. So it's an interesting one. I don't really know what to say on this one. I don't know if they've actually found any real evidence, or whether it's just they're seeing things within the DAOs and stuff like that, in logos, in the way people are actually posting things. Symbols, esoteric symbols in plain sight. Without a shadow of a doubt, the Bored Ape Yacht Clubs and the Yuga Labs are guilty of hiding these esoteric symbols in plain sight. So it's a bit of a conspiracy, but nobody really knows. So let me know what you think about that one. Oh, don't want that on screen. Don't your founders owe you more than this? More explanations, I do believe. The Bored Ape Yacht Club community continue to whisper how you've been deceived in a way that's both unprecedented and unforgivable. So do with that information what you will, guys. Do with that information what you will. So jump on over to Twitter, guys. That is going to be a fantastic crypto resource. Jump on over to the Ace Crypto YouTube, Twitter channel. Looking very, very good there. Little playing card there. Click on beacons. You can see all my links and stuff. I'd appreciate any follows. But if you click on all the people that I'm following, you'll get a very, very good Twitter page. So make sure you like and following, subscribing, smash those subscribe buttons, and we'll see you in the next one. We will be live on TikTok later on, as usual. And thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your day.